All right, North Baseball. This is Coach O'Mara. Today we're going to talk about a couple of fielding aspects of pitching. So we're going to start with covering first base on a ground ball to the right side of the infield, and then we're going to talk about comebackers, both with nobody on and with base runners. So to start, we're going to look at a clip of a pitcher covering first base. So basically, when you're on the mound, your first step always should be to your right side once the ball is hit. So as soon as that ball is hit, you should be breaking to the left side, breaking to that first base bag, because you might need to be there to cover and get yourself an out. So if no one's there, that's on you. If the ball is hit to your left, so let's take a look at this. You pitch the ball is hit to your left. You need to be going through a couple things. Let's take a look at this video. So the ball is pitched. And then first thing, he's breaking off to the right side of the field. And there's a couple things that we need to be thinking about as you're doing that, okay? This is just on loop. It's with Rizzo, king of ground balls, terrible hitter, prototype for the Cubs. Anyways, so you're taking hard steps to the bag. You're making a direct path to the bag. We'll talk more about that in a second. As soon as you are making your way, your head should be up. You should not be running with your head down. Your head should be up and your eyes should be looking for the ball and who has it. So you're going to pick up the ball. You're catching the ball with two hands. Ideally, you're catching that ball before you get to the bag. So first baseman, second baseman, whoever has the ball in this situation, you need to get rid of the ball as early as possible. Obviously, you do not rush things, and you need to make sure your pitcher is paying attention, but you should be delivering the ball early before they get to the bag. Just like we see here. We see Severino getting the ball well before he gets to the bag. His first baseman's doing the right thing. So you're leading the pitcher. That you're like a quarterback, all right? You're throwing the ball to where the pitcher is going to be, not to where he is currently at. So if you're close enough to underhand it, do it, okay? But if you need to make a throw, you make a throw. Follow your throw either way. That's going to prevent you from bouncing one in or overthrowing him up top. So pitcher, you're getting the ball with two hands. You're going to hold on to that ball, and then you instantly are picking up the bag with your eyes. Notice. Let's get this going again. Here we go. So he's running to the bag. Catches the ball, looks to the bag, boom. He steps on the inside of the bag. So you should not be crossing the foul line, okay? That is a recipe for disaster. You're either going to drop the ball or you're going to get trucked. So you need to make sure you're catching the ball, stepping on the inside part of the bag, the fair part of the bag, with your right foot. You want to be as far away from the base as possible, and you're stepping on the inside part of the bag. So notice here, Severino made a straight line to the bag, catches it with two hands. So he's picking up the ball right away, catches it with two hands, and then he picks up the bag and is stepping on the inside part of the bag. After that, notice he peels off. He doesn't continue running into foul territory, into the batter's way. He peels off. So you can either peel off abruptly if you're able to, depending on how fast you're going, or you peel off. So you kind of make a circular pattern back towards the infield. Now, there was two outs in this scenario, and there was no one else on base. But if there's someone else on base, you need to stop after you've tagged the bag, and you need to pick up where the runner is. Your infielder should be communicating with you, but you need to pick up where that runner's at. If he's going to take an extra base because you're not paying attention, then you're just pitching yourself into trouble. So we need to make sure we're paying attention to that. Real quick look right here. So notice our path is a direct line, okay? We see that direct line. Some coaches teach to peel to the bag, but the quickest way from point A to point B is a straight line. So ideally, the straighter the amount of time you can get to the bag, the quicker you're going to be. So this is a bit of a peel. That's what you could do off the bag, but I recommend going a straight line if at all possible. Obviously, it's going to depend on a couple of different things. Where's the ball hit? Where do you come off on the mound? And also, how fast is this guy running? Like, if you're faster than him, then you might be able to take a bit of a round. But generally speaking, we want a straight line to the bag. So moving forward, based off of that, we are going to talk about comebackers to the pitcher. First situation is going to be either with two outs or nobody on, okay? So you're going to be throwing the ball to first base. So you catch the ball. like we're going to see here in this video. Pitcher's got the ball here. Get a ground ball back to the pitcher. So he catches it. That's the first step. Got to get the ball before you can get rid of it. Once you catch the ball, you need to plant your feet and you need to clear the mound. Notice, the ball took him this way, but the pitcher clears the mound. If you have plenty of time, a ball is hit right back to you, you have time to step off of the mound onto the grass. That's going to give you a flatter surface to throw off of. You're not throwing uphill, downhill. Those variables, throwing uphill and downhill, can lead to you overthrowing or underthrowing the first baseman. It's easiest to throw on flat ground. So you want to clear the mound like we are going to see here. Pitcher has the ball, clears the mound, takes his time, throws it to the first baseman. So that is the big key here with a comebacker where we are throwing to first base. When it's hit right to you, you want to clear the mound. Get off the dirt, get onto level ground, and you're going to deliver a strike into the first baseman's chest. Notice one other thing that we saw on this. Watch it again. He does not just stop after his throw. He follows his throw, okay? That is another good way to make sure your throw stays on target and that you're not stopping too soon, causing a high or low throw. That one's pretty easy. Now we are going to go to when you are throwing to second base. So you get a comebacker right to you and you are throwing to second base. You're trying to turn a double play. A big thing here is going to be before you even pitch the ball, you need to communicate, all right? You need to be looking like, all right, we got a guy on first base. You need to point to your shortstop right here. You're pointing, you and me right here. I'm going to throw the ball to you when I get it. So that way he knows he's ready to go. He knows it's his job to be there. So you're always going to be communicating with your infielders. That's going to be your shortstop so he can get a direct path across the bag and throw a strike to first base like we will see here. So take this for example. We got a Braves-Angels game. Jaime Garcia on the mound. So we got a guy on first. He's already communicated with his middle infield. They know what to expect if the ball's hit to him. So we get a pitch. Fields the ball. So notice, he's already got his hand up there. We should be fielding the ball with two hands, getting that hand as close as possible to the glove so we can make for an easy transfer. He takes his time. He doesn't rush it. He tries to clear the mound if possible, but you can't take as much time as we do on a comebacker where we're throwing to first base. So you get the ball, crow hop, throwing it to the shortstop. So obviously we have a little bit of a miscommunication here, but the shortstop is the one getting the ball. Second base could probably be a little farther back, going for the ball obviously here, but a little farther back to back up. Notice Dansby Swanson right here. He is a right-handed thrower. He wears his glove on his left hand. This ball is on his glove side. You need to deliver a strike to the glove side of the shortstop or the right side of the bag because our shortstops are going to be right-handed. That allows the shortstop to come across the bag smoothly so his momentum carries him to first base and he can make a throw that is not across his body. So you're fielding the ball as a pitcher. You are throwing a strike to second base on the right side, the glove side of our infielder. So our infielder can just slide across that bag and make a quick transition and throw to first base. So we'll hopefully get a chance to see that one more time. But yep, see that? We're pointing to our infielders, getting the ball, getting our hand up there as quickly as possible, throwing a strike to our middle infielder on his glove side, and then they can take care of the rest. If you can follow these things, you will be able to help yourself and you'll be able to limit runs so you can let your defense work for you. Your defense can't do it all on its own. You have to help. So that is some pitching stuff that we covered today as far as defense goes. We talked about comebackers to the mound with nobody on where we're throwing to first base, comebackers to the mound where we're throwing to second base, communicating with our infielders, and then also covering first base when a ball is hit to the right side of the infield.